What would occur if we detonated humanity's most powerful nuclear weapon at the deepest part of the ocean? Certainly, one might expect tsunamis hundreds of meters high to devastate coastal cities, earthquakes to flatten countries, and new volcanoes to usher in a nuclear winter. Perhaps the Earth could even be torn apart or thrown out of orbit. Well, not quite. Currently, the deepest known point on Earth lies within the Mariana Trench. This trench is a deep valley at the boundary of the tectonic plates, resembling an upside-down mountain. It reaches about 11 kilometers deep, nearly 3 times deeper than the resting place of the Titanic. We'll use the most powerful nuclear bomb ever detonated by humans, the RDS-220 hydrogen bomb. Also known as the Tsar Bomba, its explosion was so colossal that its shockwave circled the Earth 3 times and its mushroom cloud stretched 56 kilometers into the sky. The shockwave was powerful enough to obliterate everything within 1,000 square kilometers. Its fireball is hot enough to incinerate debris. Bombs like this release such an enormous amount of energy that they could vaporize an entire lake. Setting off a nuclear bomb in the Mariana Trench would have similar results. Let's pull the trigger. In the first few microseconds, the nuclear fuel undergoes a chain reaction, exploding with the force of 50 megatons of TNT. A blinding flash of light pierces the trench's darkness for the first time in history. The explosion generates a cavity, a fiery bubble of water vapor, radioactive nuclei, and the remains of very unfortunate fish. The bubble expands rapidly, vaporizing the surrounding water. The pressure of the bubble is immense, pushing outwards as if nothing is in its way, sending a shockwave felt by seismic stations and whales worldwide. Then, almost as quickly as it forms, the expansion halts. On the surface, this fireball bubble would expand to 10 kilometers a second after detonation, as the atmosphere offers little resistance. But at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, the pressure is immense. With 11 kilometers of water overhead, being in the trench is like being crushed by a hydraulic press from all directions. The struggle between the fiery bubble and the surrounding water continues a few times, with the bubble shrinking and expanding, until it finally dissipates. The surrounding pressure is too great, breaking the bubble into many smaller, hot, and radioactive bubbles that drift upwards. As our destructive blast rises to the surface, it achieves little. Just a small wave and a plume of bubbling radioactive warm water in the Pacific. No tsunami will devastate Japan or California, though nearby boats and whales might suffer. The radioactive fallout will dilute in the Pacific within days, though some radioactive water and salt will reach the atmosphere, eventually raining down. Even if the wind blows the fallout towards the Philippines, the worst will likely occur over the ocean. But surely, the real danger is triggering earthquakes and volcanoes, right? Even if we detonated the bomb at the exact point where tectonic plates meet, probably not. The explosion would vaporize part of the seafloor and turn much sand into glass, but most energy goes into the water, not seismic waves. Earthquakes occur frequently at tectonic plate boundaries, with some having as much seismic energy as our bomb, without causing apocalyptic events. Could it affect Earth's orbit? Since no mass is added or removed from Earth, our orbit remains unaffected. There have been over 1,000 nuclear tests in the past 70 years without altering our orbit, so this instance would be no different. The strongest forces humanity can unleash are trivial compared to nature's forces. The planet is too massive, it remains indifferent. So, what happens if we detonate a nuclear weapon deep in the ocean? Pretty much nothing. Help us grow so we can continue bringing knowledge in a fun way. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you enjoyed the video to keep learning with photos, bad memes, and questionable editing, but all done with a lot of love. A kiss on the forehead and see you next time.